All right. Welcome back to Tomboy Official. Welcome back to the podcast. I have a My Queer Dreams episode for you right now. Tomorrow's going to be Thanksgiving. I know a lot of people take this Wednesday off. I don't even know. It's a little early. I'm still having my coffee. I've got this Japanese brand UCC coffee in a can with milk. The pioneer of the canned liquid coffee in Japan since 1969. When they're cold, they're delicious. Well, they're good either way. Anyways, so last night, I had this dream. I want to say I went to sleep probably around 11:45 p.m. And so the dream was about a concert, maybe? I don't really know what it was about, really. But I think it was themed by one of my friends wanting to go to a concert in San Diego on November 19th that I wasn't able to go to because I was like, I'm trying to save a little money. I don't want to drive all the way down there just for this concert when I have other concert tickets. But anyways, so with the dream, there's a queer friend in San Diego in real life that wanted to go to a certain concert down there. And so we were going to meet up at this concert, but it happened to be kind of low key, like at a coffee shop type interior, well lit, sit down kind of restaurant place. But in the dream, it was like a queer kind of bar and grill kind of style, like Baja Betty's, but the interior almost looked like a cross between Baja Betty's in San Diego and Piranha in Vegas. And so like the outside kind of looked more like Piranha in Vegas, and then the inside looked like the front part of Piranha when you first kind of walk in, because it had the open space. But the bar that's kind of to the right wasn't really there. It was basically like an open space, very well lit. It was bright, kind of like Baja Betty's is like bright, We were seated at like a high table, not too high, but the ones that have the tables kind of seated up a little tall. So it was myself, one of my friends that lives in Vegas that's a queer person, my queer friend in San Diego, one of my coworkers, and I think somebody else. There was a female that I don't know who they were. I don't know if they're really even female. I don't really know, but I was kind of like side-eye, like kind of like I think it was someone who came with us or just kind of was like sitting with us or near us, and it was a really social vibe. And I was like, okay, like kind of feeling them. They got like a bit of an attraction factor, So I kind of noticed it, and I was like, all right, you're cool, I was kind of like, I think we were mingling a little bit, but you can't be like talking over the music. And so I think my friend was almost at like a different table or something, but like a lower, like the chairs were like seated lower. And that's why it kind of reminded me of Baja Betty's, because Baja Betty's has some of the tables like tall, and then some of them have the regular like low style chair seating. And so we were there. We went. The DJ was playing, and my San Diego friend was like closest to the DJ, seated, and there were some lyrics to the song. The DJ looked like Lane 8, but I don't really know. In my head, it was that upcoming December 10th Cascade and Deadmau5 concert. But I was like, this is real low key for that kind of show, you know? And so I was like just happy to be there. The music was kind of loud, and my friend was kind of near, and there was a song that had some kind of lyrics that were kind of like something along the lines, I don't know what the lyrics were. It wasn't a song I know, but it was like something along the lines of like when I'm with you it's like great, or something like that, you know? Like, you know how EDM songs kind of have like sometimes very repetitive lyrics. So it was kind of like one of those songs. And then when the beat was dropping, I was kind of like, you know, vibing, just like sitting in the chair, but just like looking directly at my friend, like across at the other table that was like closed right next to the DJ, and kind of like pointing at my friend like on the beat, like to those lyrics. And I was like, this is awkward because me and that friend aren't really like in a romantic dynamic, but I was like, yeah, they kind of get what I mean, that I like really like being around them, kind of thing. Like, it shouldn't be a big deal. And so that happened in the dream, and then I was eating. One of my friends was, or two people at the table were eating gigantic burritos on a plate, like kind of like a wet burrito, but like huge, like kind of like Chipotle size burritos. And I hadn't ordered. I don't know what I was doing the whole time. I was like either talking to somebody or like kind of just listening to the music or whatever. But I didn't notice they had ordered, and I saw they hadn't eaten too much, and I was like, you know, are we gonna be here a while? Because, you know, I'd like to order too. And so I was waiting for the waiter to come around, and I was gonna order, and my work friend was sitting kind of to my right. Now, the other two people with burritos, I don't know who they were. I don't think, like, I can't specifically identify them, but the work friend, I know who they were. And I was kind of like, oh, it's cool that she came out, you know, like, I didn't really expect her to like come hang out and stuff. And then, so she was there at the table with us, and you know, I was wearing a skirt for some reason, like a long skirt. It was like a long, kind of like 90s style, like those long skirts. They go down to like almost like your ankles, like one of those long skirts. It wasn't like flowy or ruffled or pleated or anything. And I know it was kind of like black with like some kind of like flowers. And then I had like sneakers on. And I think there was a part of the dream where I was thinking about like having a baseball cap on, because sometimes I have baseball caps on. And as far as I remember, that was most of the dream. It was kind of cool. Like, I was like, this is fun. We're having a good time. And last night I had a dream too. It wasn't like specifically queer themed in any way. And if you guys don't know, okay, so Baja Betty's in San Diego is like a queer bar and grill kind of place that, you know, they usually have music playing, but it's not necessarily a club. It's like they have brunches, and, you know, sometimes like near the main bar, there's like sports playing, or you can sit outside on the patio and like, or inside, and like, they used to have a buffet brunch on weekends, and like bottomless mimosas and all this kind of stuff. So that's what that place is. Piranha in Vegas is a queer nightclub. It's yeah, I went there during Vegas Pride. When did I go to Vegas Pride? It was probably my favorite thing I did during Vegas Pride, but I can't remember where, like what, I can't remember where I went. I can't remember. Yeah, I just kind of can't remember. Um, I can't remember too much. Like if I went there twice or what year it was. It wasn't this year. It wasn't 2022. So it might have been 2021 because it wasn't that long ago. So it might have been 2021. I went to Vegas Pride. But I think I went there twice during the few days I was there. I don't remember. Or maybe we went during Easter when I was there. I can't remember, honestly. Like, my memory is kind of a blur for stuff. But, yeah, with that, thanks for listening.